Hello everyone, this is Rahul Patil, your health coach for My Genetic Nutrition. Today we are going to discuss one more amazing success story of Kick Diabetes program. And today I have with me a very dear friend, Nilesh Jalnawala. Nilesh and me know each other since the last 25 years. We have similar passions and similar interests. We are passionate about health and fitness, and we also love to dive into business, doing following our passion. So I had my own gym few years back, and then afterwards, Nilesh also has started his own gym. But Nilesh has been always a Taekwondo player and passionate about his art. He also is the director and founder of JSTARC, which is an organization of Taekwondo and which organizes different events all over India in Taekwondo competitions. Nilesh himself is the highest ranked Taekwondo player in India. He's the 7th Dan Master. And he's also now very soon planning to even up the game. He's going to go for his 8th Dan Taekwondo belt. And that is something awesome. Uh, so talking about Nilesh, Nilesh is very passionate about his health and fitness. Nilesh is to own a gym in Vashi. And today we have Nilesh in front of us talking about his success story about Kick Diabetes. So you all will be quite surprised. Hey, they are here in front of us. There are these two guys from health and fitness industry. And what are we guys listening to them from about a reverse diabetes story from Nilesh, who's always been into health and fitness. Now that's a surprising part. So we'll get back to that shortly. But before we start this program, Nilesh, I'm going to take 2 minutes from you to just talk about a disclaimer. So the disclaimer before we start this program on making of health of My Genetic Nutrition, no one should take or pick any information from this program as a medical advice. If you want to change any medication or anything that has been given to you, prescribed to you by your doctor or your health or your health physician, you should always consult them before. But if you consult with us about your health issues or about your diabetes, which we are focused on, we will help you throughout your journey and will ensure that you are safe. So coming back to the topic of Nilesh Jalnawala's amazing success story. So hey Nilesh, you know what? Everyone today is very excited to see you here on the chat show, making of health, and everyone is very curious to understand what has Nilesh got to do with this entire success story of kicking diabetes or etc., getting back health? How come? What is your story? Come on, tell us.
Hi Rahul, and
Hi
hello
Nilesh.
to all the viewers. So it is really interesting being in the sportsman and in sports industry, and how come I land up in this diabetes kind of thing. So I was really very passionate about my game Taekwondo, and being a martial artist, I always wanted to be fit. But few years back, I got some knee injury and my medial meniscus was tear. And after that, uh, I stopped my exercises and slowly I started gaining weight. And in past few years, I have reached almost around 100 kgs. Almost
Wow,
it was
100
99
kgs.
kgs.
You scored a century.
So there was a lot of physical restrictions for practicing martial arts because we need more speed, more flexibility, agility in body, and being having so much of weight, I was not able to perform anything. And I wanted to come out of that, but I was not finding the way or how or who will help me, who will guide me. So I was like, what to do? And my completely the career was stopped because I was not able to perform anything. And since whatever I was having my past records, I wanted to go further. As just now Rahul told that I'm presently holding 7 Dan black belt. And in 2024, I'm due for my next higher dan black belt, that is 8 dan black belt. So very few senior most people are in our country, and I'm one of the youngest senior most person in Taekwondo. So I wanted to continue my this journey, and I wanted to come out of this. And in between, I was very much cautious about my health. So I decided to take one policy, insurance policy, and they told me you have to first do some testings. So I said, for what? No, we have to check your cholesterol level and whether you are diabetic or not, because we have some other plans. I said, I'm a sportsman. What is the need? I'm fit. But when I
The invincible
diagnosed,
feeling that all
detected,
sportsmen have.
yes, yes. And when I got that result, the report, I was shocked. I have crossed everything. The cholesterol level was very high, almost above 12. Then I have detected the sugar, that is almost, it was nearby 300. So I started thinking, what happens to me? Where I was earlier and now where I am. So there I decided something, no, now it's time. I have to control this, but I don't wanted to go to the any allopathic things, having medicines and to control and just manage your diabetes. But I was not understanding what to do. And one fine day, uh, Rahul gave me a call, just casually asking how are you and things. And then it was like I was, oh yes, he's the right person who I'm following him, and he was helping me all the time. So I said, Rahul, please, this is the condition, and I need your support. And I wanted to come out of this because my entire profession is in stake. I'm not able to do any activity, no physical activity. And since being I'm a coach, I have to be fit and fine. So he said, okay, I will help you, but on one condition, whatever I'm going to tell you, you have to follow that very strictly, Nilesh. Otherwise, I won't help you. But if you follow that, I assure you 100% you will come out of this. So I was really thankful that time, and I was so confident. Yes, he will save my life. He will show me the right path and good lifestyle. And from the beginning, I trust him a lot. So anything related to my fitness or any kind of exercises or high performance, I was taking his help. And so the journey, I think it starts from there. Yes.
So I'm going to just
And
ask you to stop here for a moment, and then I'm going to just discuss few points that I heard when you were talking just now. So number one thing, as a sportsman, I mean, what have I observed or heard just now from whatever you spoke? So just few points I'm going to elaborate on. So the problem with sports people or people who are into fitness, they think they're invincible, and the armor that they are wearing can never crack. And even I felt that way a few years back, just exactly the same way Nilesh felt. But my problems were different. And when I realized that even if you're in health and fitness, and if you're doing all the right things, what you believe in, you can still have that crack in your armor and something can go wrong with you. But the solution always lies not in taking medicines, but first the solution lies in finding the reason why that has happened with you. And that's exactly the journey which I started a few years back when I was detected with psoriasis. And fortunately, at the same time, I was pursuing my functional medicine, and that helped me identify my toxicity which was present in my system. And the major toxicity my system was experiencing at that time was mercury toxicity. But I could only assess or go down to the root cause because I was exposed to knowledge of functional medicine at that point of time. So just like Nilesh and me, every sportsman, everyone from fitness, we all have a belief that because we exercise, because we eat right, nothing ever can go wrong with us. But you know, things go wrong if you're following the wrong science. And I realized after studying functional medicine, after keeping on studying in this industry, health and fitness and medical, and learning about more about ketosis, and learning more about human history and agriculture, that what we have been doing for the past 60 years, what we have been learning as nutrition, what we have been learning as sports science, is based on certain wrong hypotheses. And the entire generation, I mean, a lot of generations have gone through following the science based on this wrong hypothesis of diet and heart related to diet, which is basically related to, again, cholesterol. So it's a long history. I won't talk about the history right now, but this is what happens with every sports person. Every sports person thinks he will never get sick or nothing can ever go wrong with that. And I think it's the same thing what that Nilesh felt. The second thing what Nilesh spoke about is the call that he made. I very well remember the call when we met, me and Nilesh, when we spoke on the phone. We were not in touch for some time, but when I called him, we were just generally discussing what's happening in our life. And then he requested me that, hey, Rahul, this is what I have been experiencing right now. I have put on weight and I have been detected with diabetes. So he told me, Rahul, can you help me in this? So he rightly said, I just put one condition in front of him, that whatever I tell him, he needs to follow it 100%. And if he follows that, I can guarantee you the results. And Nilesh is the good part about any sports person is that when the sports person decides on a certain goal, he can let go of the things what actually are tempting for a lot of other people. Like, for example, food. When the question comes of health and improving performance, sports people can go to extra lengths to achieve it. And I think that's what Nilesh is doing. That's what Nilesh has done for the past few months on the Kick Diabetes program. And he has actually managed to reverse his diabetes just in about probably 2.5 months or 2 months. That's right, Nilesh?
Yes, 2.5 months. Yeah.
2.5 months. So going forward, what everyone would want to realize is that when you were experiencing diabetes, when you were in that state of sickness, what were you feeling? How was your physical energy? How was your mental state? And compared to that, today, when you have overcome your diabetes, lost a lot of weight, I think, have you lost 10 kgs already?
Yes, I have lost from 99 kgs. Now I'm almost 88 kgs now.
So Nilesh has
So
lost
10 kgs.
almost 11 kgs, 10 and a half, 11 kgs. And he has reversed his diabetes in the past few months, I think 2.5 months. So it's very important for everyone to know how his physical condition, energy levels were before, how his mental conditioning was earlier, how was he able to think clearly, how was his clarity in thinking, and has it changed now, Nilesh?
Yes, very much. I would like to say that I'm really happy. And firstly, what I have noticed with this Kick Diabetes program, my energy level is totally different now. Before I was feeling very low, lot of laziness has come in my body, and I was very much inactive. I really don't wanted to do any kind of heavy work, any task. So, and mainly the physical activities was almost zero, the ground level. What I have noticed in past 2 months, as soon as you have changed my food things, what to eat right things and what not to eat, which is good for my body. And I have noticed that slowly the sleep has reduced. I was getting sound sleep at night. Body has been completely detoxed. I have seen even my skin color is also changed,
Amazing.
which I'm really noticing. The pain in my joints has almost gone. My knee pain has completely gone. I'm really wondering how it's helping me. So food, it really works as a medicine for me. So whatever tips you had given it to me, I'm religiously following that. I'm very strict to that because I really wanted to come out of that. So when I ask you, please help me, I wanted to come out of this because my whole career it was full stop on that. And now, people, you won't believe, I started even exercising. And yesterday only, I just did one workout, and I was so happy that I was doing it 20 years back. I was doing push-ups in different variations. People generally they do close grip and wide grip push-ups, but I was doing as a martial artist. There are so many things as per our the physique which we require. So I was working out that. I was doing some reverse hand push-ups, inside push-ups on knuckles, on fingers. I was doing some traditional Indian wrestlers, what they do, the swing, the exercises. And I was so happy I was able to do it, everything, all the tough elements, even doing the L shape, holding the isometric exercise. I was able to do that, and I have seen a lot of change in my physique again. And I'm going back in my memories how I was in my college life. And that day, I told Rahul also, and we have one this Kick Diabetes one group as well, where all my friends are there who are similar on this path, and they really encourage each other, helps each other, and motivating each other. So I told them, Rahul, really, I want six packs. I really, because earlier I was having amongst our practitioners, so I was the one who was having the fat percent was just 4 in my
Wow.
body because I have the reports also earlier. But now when I look present situation condition, but in last 2.5 months, it has tremendous changes in physically, mentally, and whatever I'm deciding now, I'm finishing it that one. So this is also I have seen, and I'm memorizing many things. Earlier, what was happening, I was taking some time to remember what next, or yeah, what's his name. On then I was searching on WhatsApp, how should I find his name? But nowadays I see that it's it's something miracle, just kind of things. I'm memorizing many things, so I'm very happy with this. And also along with this, earlier I used to have some acidity problems, indigestion, so that also it has completely vanished.
Excellent.
So
Amazing.
I'm really glad. I'm just because of this lockdown, I'm at home, friends. Otherwise, I really wanted to go and meet the first person, Rahul, and just I wanted to lift him. That is my wish. When this lockdown gets over and I reach to his home, and I really wanted to give him big hug because, friends, I'm a sports person, and when I can't do past 35 years, 40 years, rigorously I was doing exercises and all. And it was completely one day it has stopped.
Stop.
And now this is a new life for me where I feel doing lot of things, and you will see these results because again I am coming up with my martial art videos which I have started uh, doing it. So it is all credit goes to Rahul and this uh, Kick Diabetes program. So
So
my genetics, it
thank you,
was
Nilesh,
really
for saying
helping.
that. Thank you, Nilesh, for saying that. But I always say that the success of any program, not just Kick Diabetes, it all depends on how much the commitment comes from the participant. So the participant has to commit 100%, and only then you can see see success in front of you. And the partnership of the healthcare provider and the participant is very, very important. And since me and Nilesh, I mean, we understand each other well and trust each other well. So I don't think that trust was ever an issue. Only the commitment was the thing, and I never had any doubt about Nilesh's commitment towards health, and you can see the results. So going back a little bit in Nilesh's conversation, I'm going to take another 2 minutes just to discuss few points which I noticed when you were speaking just now. So he spoke about cholesterol some time back, how his cholesterol was high when he did some tests for insurance. So the cholesterol normally is taken very seriously, and people are prescribed medications for cholesterol. But now, for the past 60 years, that was the case. But now today's science knows that cholesterol actually is not the problem. The problem is sugar. Whenever sugar is present along with cholesterol, then the LDL cholesterol, normally which is always seen in your reports as the bad cholesterol, becomes, it loses an oxygen molecule and becomes negatively charged. And it becomes even smaller in size. And when it becomes even smaller in size, it then starts getting deposited in your arteries. And that's when it becomes bad. So if you're not going to consume high sugar, if you're going to stay on low carbs, then the cholesterol is not an issue. HDL is a good cholesterol, so that is not an issue. LDL has 4 different types of particles, and amongst them only one particle which oxidizes in presence of sugar only is the bad one. So cholesterol actually never was a problem for the risk of heart disease. It was wrongly what do you say, judged as the culprit by Dr. Ansel Keys in the 1950s, with no base or no concrete findings. So it was merely a hypothesis, that the diet heart hypothesis it is called, which blamed cholesterol, and cholesterol comes from fat. So fat was obviously made the enemy over there, and for the past 60 years, people have been told not to eat fat. But fat is very, very essential. Cholesterol is very, very essential. Cholesterol is actually a raw material for a lot of hormones in the human body. All your main hormones, it is a raw material for that. Your brain needs 25% of your total manufactured cholesterol from your body. So your brain manufactures its own cholesterol, and your brain functions better on cholesterol. So coming back to Nilesh's words, how Nilesh's memory has improved, how he noticed earlier he couldn't remember names, but now suddenly his recollection power has improved, his brain function has improved, his clarity has improved. Uh, he has immense energy in the body. So what saturated fat do, which kick diabetes prescribes a lot of saturated fat in the meals, it gives you the essential cholesterol. It gives you the raw material that your body needs to produce the hormones. So the hormones, if there is a balance in your hormones, you have got good energy. If you've got enough cholesterol in your system, your body can manufacture hormones, and at the same time, your brain can function better. And we can see the results in front of us. So Nilesh, coming back to you, these were a few points I just want to talk about. Next, what we would like to know is, what is that one message that you would like to give to all the viewers from whatever you have experienced till now, with the change in the diet, with the change in lifestyle? What is that one message that you would like to give?
What I have realized that, okay, I'm fine, we do exercises, a lot of people, they do walking, running, cycling, so many things. But I felt this time particularly the food is the best medicine and it really works. So even if I wanted to reduce my weight, just being doing exercises, I don't think I would have come down from 99 or 100 kgs to 88 kgs. So first part, I feel food is very important. And after reducing so much of weight, now I feel more energetic that I can do a better exercises. So the what load I was bearing on my knees and ankles, now I feel more lighter. And as a martial artist, I feel that okay, we need a lighter body. So we can do some aerial kicks or some flying kicks or the difficult elements. So one message is very clear: eat food as a medicine. So that will helps you a lot. Once you're fit, your body is fit, your mind is fit, you will feel that great energy within you. So eat food as a medicine and be fit in your life. Secondly, I wanted to tell all sports practitioners one important message from my side. The concept which I understood from Rahul, that he put me on fat diet. So earlier I was thinking, what is this fat diet? And if I eat, now I'm almost nearby crossing the century 100 kg, I'll put on more weight. How it will help? If he's telling me, okay, Nilesh, you have to take 350 grams the fat, that is maybe the ghee, butter, that kind of things. But then I just simply following whatever he was saying. I was like, no, he told me I'll see what happens. And myself, I have noticed I have not increased, gained more weight. In fact, I have reduced weight. And then one day I asked him, I was very curious how this is happening. What is the concept of this? I wanted to really understand because for sportsmen, and one thing I found after eating, I was not hungry. I'm just taking 2 meals. I'm not taking any breakfast also. So after I finish my dinner, the next day till 24 hours sometimes when I was doing some fasting, so I was feeling like, oh, I'm okay. And I'm doing all my daily routine. I'm even doing my all exercises. And still I was not feeling hungry. So I said,
I remember. I
what is
remember in
wrong?
the.
What's
I remember in the first part of the program. When you start the program, we don't put you on. I slowly introduce you and change the percentage of fat and proteins in your diet. So the initial part, when the fat was less in Nilesh's diet, he would always find it difficult to fast, and he would see on the support group everyone doing 60 hours fast or 40 hours fast or 24 hours fast, and he would question me, Rahul, how is it humanly possible to fast so many hours and go without food? I told him, just have patience, wait for your second phase. And when we introduced and increased the fat percentage in Nilesh's diet, that time he realized, hey Rahul, this, I can do this, and this is possible. It's possible to live without food. And yes, my dear friends, fat is densely what do you say, it's dense in nutrients, and we all have been kept away from saturated fat, which actually comes with four essential nutrients, vitamins, that is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. And if you see the present population, most of the population is deficient in vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin K, and the related diseases people start experiencing. People also have high cholesterol, but the reason for high cholesterol is the high carb diet. And people lack in essential cholesterol, and that comes from fat, saturated fat, which again in less in your diet. Again, your brain functions what do you say, your brain function gets compromised because you're not eating enough saturated fat, and then people start experiencing depression or loss of memory or irritation, frequent irritation, etc., etc. So Nilesh over here actually experienced the change the moment I introduced more fat in his nutrition in the second phase of his plan. Fasting was much easier. Now Nilesh, how many hours can you go without food?
24 hours is easily I can go, and maybe the further 35 hours also. So that is not an issue for me now.
Lovely, amazing.
So one more thing I really wanted to tell. Uh, when you put me on this fat, and I found this after exercising also, I was still having more energy. So I just wanted you to explain this concept which you told me how the fuel system works in our body, because that will really help the people to understand, especially the sports people. So I think that will bring, if they follow that, it will be they can achieve the higher performance.
So what you're basically saying is, when I explain you what ketosis is, and when you understand the concept of body using fatty acids and breaking it down into ketones, and then using that energy as fueling the body instead of
Yes.
the regular energy which normally the people are used to, or the body is used to eating carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, and glucose is used as energy. So our body works on two different systems. We unfortunately have never used the more eco-friendly system, which actually a body prefers to. We have never used it because of the wrong belief systems based on the wrong science that we've learned all these years. We have been always told to eat frequent meals after every 2 to 3 hours. We have been always told that carbohydrate is essential in every meal. Our breakfast always have carbohydrates, our lunch always have carbohydrates, our dinner. So a typical Indian meal consists of more carbohydrates, very less protein, and no saturated fat at all. Sometimes we have saturated fat, but majoritarily, if you see the standard Indian meal, it's majoritarily carbohydrates, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or the snacks in between. And what happens with that is that your body is constantly working on glucose, and glucose actually is not a energy or a type of energy which provides you consistently for long hours. But if your body switches to ketosis and it starts using fat as energy, you have nearly 25,000 to 40,000 calories of energy stored in your body as fat. And how much energy is stored compared to glycogen and glucose? That is maximum 2,500 to 3,000 calories in an athlete. So you can maximum do any activity for 2 to 3 hours only if your body is functioning on glucose. But if your body learns to function on fat, if it learns to go into ketosis and adapts to ketosis, your body can function for more than that's 40,000 calories. So you can just imagine how many days it can function without food. So if you can function on 2,000 calories for 3 hours, and if you have 40,000 calories in your body stored as fat, you can go for days without food. And that's the beauty about ketosis, and that's the beauty about eating saturated fat and adapting to ketosis. Yeah, Nilesh. So Nilesh, one more message. I mean, everyone is curious. I'm very much influenced by this book, The One Thing, and I always end up asking everyone that one question. What is that one thing that started and that led you to this success of weight loss and reversing diabetes? What is that one thing that happened in your life, that chatka, that jolt, or something that clicked in your mind and that started your journey of reverse diabetes?
As I told earlier, I'm one of the senior most Taekwondo master in our country. I wanted to lead a good model role to all the younger athletes. So first I have to be fit. Then only I was able to do, or I can, as a role model, I should be fit. And due to I have increased a lot of weight and I become diabetic, so my whole career and my life was at stake. That, oh, this is a big question mark on my profession, how I'm going to survive further. And that makes me, no, I have to come out of this. I have to break this. And there I decided, and as I told, I got call from you luckily, and just like I got the savior that you just came, entered once again in my life, and now we see the results. So actually, my career was on stake, and I wanted to break that one and come out of this. So that was the thing where I decided, no, I should.
It is very funny because we both have been in this fitness and health career for the past 22 years. And I remember the first half of my career, or more than half of my career, I have been doing wrong things. And I have been following the wrong things, and I have been prescribing the wrong things. I have prescribed people to eat multiple meals. I have prescribed people to exercise more to lose weight. I have prescribed people to eat less and exercise more. And all these are wrong concepts. And and it is unbelievable, even today, a lot of health professionals, a lot of nutritionists are prescribing the same age-old formula, and that actually does not help, because that makes the person go down into a deeper hole of unhealthy lifestyle, because it makes the person more depressed. After a few years, or after a few months, the weight comes back, and that person again, when he goes back to that nutritionist or doctor, the blame is always put back on that person. And fortunately, I got exposed to functional medicine, and then the low carb lifestyle, and that's only happened because of my hunger for learning more and more and more, and my constant research for my own problem at the same time, which I fortunately got to overcome. So it's quite surprising. Wrong information even today exists, and people are not really trying to find out the right information. Good that we both know each other and we could get exposed to right information.
Yes.
So another thing I want to ask you, Nilesh, is that, other than the commitment which comes from the self, the other important aspect for success is the support system. So you need to have a good support system from your family, from your friends. So what is the strategy, or how did you convince your family to change the way they are looking at food and help you in your journey of success?
When I told them that Rahul has told me what to eat and what not, so they were just smiled at me. But it was easier for me because they are everyone knowing you very well. So Rahul has said something means okay, they cannot deny. So they said okay, fine, we'll see. So in this actually kitchen is the main part, and I'm not able to do anything myself, so I'm dependent on my family members like my mom, my wife. So but I told my wife very clearly, see, this is the thing and I wanted to overcome, and my friend Raul is helping me. So he's helping me at one side, and I need your support. So because without your help, I cannot do this. So I made her understand how essential is this for me. And I said, I really wanted to come out of this scenario where I'm very, really depressed because of I have gained a lot of weight. I'm not able to perform myself anymore. So I think she understood the severity of my problem, my issue. And she said, okay, I'll do my best. And she's helping me. My all family members, they are helping me out. So along with that, the friends which we have our one more group on WhatsApp, which Rahul only has created. So people like me, they are in that group. And one thing which I like in that group is, they appreciate every day what Rahul makes us take a sugar reading and post on group. So people, they are posting it and who was really performing well. So, when we saw their pre-meal or post-meal sugar is below 100, then it's kind of competition, you can understand. And being I'm athlete, I feel, oh, so uski safedi, mere safedi, se mere shirt se kaisi safed, something like that. So I also wanted
It's
to,
a
no,
healthy
yaar.
competition, because you want to always
Yeah, healthy competition.
always have your
Yes,
sugar readings also below 100 or
yes,
close to 80. So
yeah.
if someone is striking a lower sugar than yours, then you'll be like
So
questioning yourself.
yeah, and what is happening? One more good thing, they are what they are eating. So Rahul has made compulsory everyone, whatever you are eating, I want to see that picture. So you please share. So he's very strict about that, and knowing that now, so we are really avoiding. and what strictly the regimen he has giving us, we are following it. So when that reading comes, the magic numbers, then we see, oh, he has last day, he has this meal. So we try to incorporate that meal so we can get better results. So this way is also, it's helping us in that group. So I'm really thankful all the members, those who are sharing their readings and they're appreciating, encouraging. So, you know, that gives different happiness. And it always we feel that yes, what results the Bennett has achieved, you must have seen his interview as well in the beginning, or Kenny, they have reduced almost 35, 40 kgs of weight. So I was really wondering, oh, reducing weight is not the goal, controlling the diabetes, but
Yes.
still they are getting dual benefit, one plus one free, like that. So we are really fortunate. We have Rahul, and his My Genetics really helping us. So especially talking about Rahul, so he is personally monitoring things, and he always put one message on the group. He gives us every day one reminder, please, what you have planned for your meals today, or whatever tips he has given, he is reminding us again and again. So that is, it is in our always subconscious mind. He's always there and we are following it. That's the reason we are within this 2.5 months, we got beautiful results. So one thing, when I first conversation with Raul, when I asked him, please help me. So he really told me one thing, Nilesh, you are Chan, you are in sports, you are a good athlete. So I'm sure I have no, uh, you know, question about uh, whether your commitments you will do or not. But the way he boosted my confidence, he regained my confidence. I really needed that. So as a coach, really, I really just bow him. I salute him all the time because really he's helping me a lot. And today, maybe I don't know, you can see me on screen how I looks, but this all credit goes to Rahul and his My Genetics. And I'm really thankful to this Kick Diabetes program. So it is reversed now. My diabetes is reversed, and I'm so glad. I'm happy, and these all factors, my family, my friends, and when my friend circle, when they see my photo, something like that, hey Nilesh, what happened? You look totally different. So it's a good compliment, and that's again boost my confidence. And I'm happy that this big transformation, the change internally and externally also, Raul has made in my life. So I'm really thankful, Raul. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Nilesh. I'm only happy that you're back and you're back into your game and you're exercising and you're feeling better, you're moving better, you're thinking better. So this is the least I could do, and I'm happy that I could contribute this small thing in your life. And hey guys, this is just Nilesh's part of the journey. Can you believe it? He has just started a few months back, about 2.5 months back, and he's got some amazing results. We are His journey is still going on. We'll catch up with him again after a few months and see the actual results, see the actual evidence. Just now, due to the lockdown, we can't do the lab tests and show you the results. But we have been following up with daily glucose readings. So we have all the data. Now we are waiting for the lab test because we have the initial data that we started with. We'll also have the next data, which will be obviously changed, and we'll show you the good results. So we are really happy to learn so much from Nilesh. Nilesh also holds lots of national medals in Taekwondo for India. Uh, he's the senior most, as we know, Taekwondo champion in India, seventh Dan, and we all want to wish him all the best for his upcoming eighth Dan Taekwondo championship, Taekwondo belt. Hope I was right in saying what I said about Taekwondo. So, Nilesh, we all wish you all the best in your future endeavors as an athlete, as an entrepreneur, and we all are excited to see more results coming our way in the Kick Diabetes program. So, all the best, and we are so happy to have you here today and catch up with you again soon, Nilesh. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, My Genetics.